Hey there. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about logos and fonts and how to get started making a mark for yourself. So a lot of times, let me introduce myself in case some of you don't know me. I'm Bennett Marketing, founder of Renegade Branding, where we help you stand out in the marketplace with unique ways of speaking about yourself, the confidence to actually go out and captivate and sell your clients into your products and programs. So, logos. People come to me all the time. They're like, Ann, I need a logo. And I'm like, yeah, no. Only because I want you to know the simpler it looks, the more difficult it was to actually create most of the time. These logos that you see like Apple and Nike and all this stuff, those guys have had teams of people working on their visuals, on their logos for years and years, paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to get simplicity. Okay, it was Michelangelo that said, any idiot can make something complex. Probably paraphrasing that. Any idiot can make something complex, but it takes a genius to make it simple. So what you want your logo to actually do is to be simple, clear, and memorable. Why is that? Because there's so much going on. It's crazy out there in the world, right? There's so much stimulation. No one's reading anything anymore. So they're getting the gist of who you are in a split second. They want to get that vibe, that idea, that message, all direct, and how you help them do whatever it is that you actually do. They're not actually interested in what you do as much as they're interested in the result that they're going to get by working with you. So you want your logo to be as simple and clear as possible. I'm going to suggest that you use what I call sans serif typeface. Very simple. I think the simplest one out there is that you might all know is Arial. Super simple. And a modern, sleek, clean, or think like Apple or Nike. They're using a very simple, bold typeface or thin typeface, depending on, of course, your message, right? Like if you are a healer, let's say, or you're a yoga person, or you're doing certain things, you don't necessarily want to have a big, bold type because it's not congruent with your brand voice. So you want to keep in mind, does this represent the feeling tone, the feeling that I want to represent? So when you think of Apple, it's really clean, it's really modern, it's really slick. They added the Apple obvious logo with a bite out of it because they probably couldn't use a regular Apple because that would be the Beatles, right? So there's variation. So you can do a variation of something. Or you've got Nike. The interesting thing about Nike is originally that logo was designed by a college student. I think she was excited to be paid $36 for her idea that Nike then took and developed into their billion-dollar business, which is kind of the story of designers in general. Don't get me started. So you want to be clear, simple, and memorable. The easiest way to do that is with the sans serif typeface. Keep it simple. If you're using your name, just make it very readable. If you're calling your business something like the Healing Center, you might use two different weights of type. Maybe healing is bolder and center, or the other way around. Healing is a lighter typeface, and you've got the bolder typeface for the word center. But I think, a great place to look to get started would be Canva. Canva, Canva.com, was created by a fabulous designer who decided, I'm going to let other people learn how to do this simply and easily. So he's built a lot of templates there with a lot of ideas. They have typefaces, they have images, they even have logos pre-designed. I mean, you're more unique than a pre-designed logo. But, just to get you out of the starting blocks and get you running down the road, not a bad idea. The other place to go would be Fiverr, Fiverr.com. You can hire a designer from all over the world. So you've got everybody to choose from over there. So you can choose kind of a look and feel that you're after. It's always great to give another designer some swipe sheets, what we call swipe sheets, or concepts or ideas about what it is you're thinking, so that they can get closer to producing that. Because, you know, as a designer, we're going to be like, wow, we could do this, we could do this. They want to know kind of a logo brief of who your clients are, what you're up to, what is the impact that you want to have on your people. So that's a little bit about logos. I mean, it's a very complex subject. You want to keep it as simple as possible for you. And I've created something for you to help you do that. It's called What is My Brand Archetype? And it'll let you start to dig into, you know, what is the feeling tone of my brand, the voice, the vibe, my points of view, and then how is that reflected in the visuals? You want your visuals and everything to align. Like, you can't come in like you're a disruptor and you act really normal. Like, I'm so loving and caring. Doesn't work, you know, because we have a very big bullshit meter for that. So you want to really spend some time with this. And again, I say, make it as simple as possible, and simple, clear, and memorable. Anyway, remember, it's smart to fit in, but it's brilliant and profitable to stand out. And I'll see you next time.